Hello children, I hope you all are doing well. So this is our chapter 2 of chemistry, right? This is class 6 chemistry chapter 2, elements, compound and mixture. Okay, I already have shared a video with you, a link which will help you to understand the chapter in a better way, right? This is only a revision of the previous given notes. I already have shared the question answers with you and some videos with you which will help you to understand the chapter better. Okay, now there are some points we will discuss about the chapter. Okay, the chapter starts from the word substance. Now what is a substance? Any solid, liquid or gaseous thing is known as a substance. Okay, now in this chapter we'll read about the elements, compounds and mixture. Right now mixtures we'll talk about later on. Elements and compounds we'll talk about in this video. Substances, we classify the substances as pure and impure. Okay, pure substances are again classified into elements and compounds. Now these two words you are familiar with, but these elements and compounds, these terms are new for you. Now what are elements? Elements are those substances in which all the atoms are similar, right? If let us consider an example. If it is hydrogen, right? If it is hydrogen, then all the atoms of hydrogen will be similar. Then it is called an hydrogen element, right? And if it is carbon, all the atoms in the carbon element will be similar. Okay, in an element all the atoms are similar. Okay, whereas in a compound, atoms of various elements combine to form the compound. Like this is Fe and S. This Fe means iron, it is the symbol of iron, and S means sulfur. This is iron sulfide. And how it is formed? It is formed by combination of iron and sulfur, right? So when two or more elements combine, they form compounds, right? And elements are those substances having similar atoms. Again, we classify elements into metals and non-metals. We classify them on the basis of their properties. Metals have a different characteristic property than non-metals. Okay, this is just a tabular form. Substances, we can classify them into pure and impure, right? And again, pure substances are classified into elements and compounds. Elements are substances having one kind of atom only, and compounds are formed by the combination of different elements. Okay, elements again are classified into metals and non-metals. Why do we classify them? Because there are 118 elements known so far. ठीक है, 118 एलिमेंट्स अभी तक हमें पता है. वो सारे एलिमेंट्स एक दूसरे से डिफ़र करते हैं इन वन और दी अदर वे. उनकी प्रॉपर्टीज़ अलग होती हैं, उनका रिएक्ट करने का तरीका अलग होता है, राइट? सो वी डू क्लासीफाई देम एज मेटल्स एंड नॉन मेटल्स on a basic way. Then your next page is related to the physical properties of substance. All the substances present around us have some properties in them. उन सब के कुछ अपने अलग characteristic properties होती हैं. What are physical properties? Physical properties means which can be measured, which can be observed, which can be sensed, which we can feel, right? जैसे कलर है, किसी सब्सटेंस का कलर, किसी सब्सटेंस में स्मेल है, किसी सब्सटेंस में स्ट्रॉन्ग स्मेल होती है, किसी में कम होती है, किसी में स्मेल नहीं होती है. स्मेल केमिकल टर्म्स में हम या स्मेल के लिए हम बोलते हैं सब्सटेंस में अगर स्मेल होती है तो इट हैज़ एन ऑर्डर, सब्सटेंस में स्मेल नहीं होती, इट इज़ ऑर्डरलेस, राइट। तो ये सारी फिजिकल प्रॉपर्टीज़ हैं सब्सटेंसेस की। फिजिकल प्रॉपर्टी मीन्स विच कैन बी मेजर्ड, observed, right? And there is a table given in your book on page number 19. Okay, it's related to all the physical properties. तो कौन कौन सी properties होती हैं substances की? color. First is color. There are certain elements which shows color. There are certain elements which are colorless, right? Examples are given in your book. Second is order. Order means smell. Some do have an odor, कुछ में smell होती है, some are odorless, right? And some have a strong pungent smell. Pungent smell बहुत strong smell होती है जो which we cannot tolerate, right? Pungent choking smell, choking का मतलब सबको पता होगा, which feels like suffocation. For example, hydrogen chloride. What is the nature of the substance? What is the density? Density means how heavy it is, and heaviness हम किस terms में measure कर रहे हैं यहाँ पे? We are comparing it to the air, whether it is heavier than air, whether it is lighter than air, or whether it is same as air. Next is solubility, whether it is soluble in water or insoluble in water, right? Next is MP and BP. MP is melting point, BP is boiling point. Melting word you are familiar with. Melting point is the particular point at which a solid starts changing into liquid. वो point जिस पर कोई भी solid liquid में change होना start होता है, that is called the melting point. Boiling point, that particular point when a liquid starts changing into its gaseous state, right? We do boil water, and when we boil water, after some times what do we observe? पानी गर्म होने के साथ साथ धीरे धीरे when it starts forming vapors, that particular point when water starts changing into vapors is known as the boiling point of water, right? Next property is malleability. Malleability means when any substance could be hammered into sheets, right? आपने एल्यूमिनियम फॉइल्स देखी हैं, आपने आयरन शीट्स देखी हैं, एल्यूमिनियम की शीट्स देखी हैं पतली पतली, जिनसे हम बहुत सारी चीज़, आपकी कबर्ड्स बनी होती हैं एल्यूमिनियम की, आयरन की। आप जो एल्यूमिनियम फॉइल यूज़ करते हो दैट इज़ ऑल्सो एल्यूमिनियम। और बहुत सारी चीज़ें ऐसी आपने देखी होंगी जो वेरियस शेप्स की होती हैं, राइट? बट इट इज़ नॉट present in the earth in the same way, right? earth के अंदर से same way में तो नहीं निकलती है, तो that is hammered, that is beaten into sheets. That property whereby a substance could be hammered into sheets is known as malleability of that substance. Ductility means it could be drawn into wires. अगर किसी substance से हम wires में उसको convert कर सकते हैं, like copper wires. Copper वायर के फॉर्म में तो अर्थ से नहीं निकलता है, राइट? सो कॉपर इज ड्रॉन इनटू वायर्स, राइट? दैट प्रॉपर्टी इज कॉल्ड डक्टिलिटी ऑफ दैट पर्टिकुलर सब्सटेंस. ओके, दिस पेज इज डन. नेक्स्ट इज पेज नंबर 20. नाउ द टर्म एलिमेंट. कमिंग टू द मेन टॉपिक, द टर्म एलिमेंट. व्हाट इज एन एलिमेंट? which we already have discussed. ठीक है, elements are pure substances in which all the atoms are similar. Okay, now the basic unit, अभी हमने बोला ना elements are pure substances in which all the atoms are similar, means elements are made up of the basic units known as atoms. Okay, and it is the smallest particle by which an element is made up of. जैसे हमारी बॉडी में बहुत सारे सेल्स होते हैं ना, वैसे ही सब्सटेंस में बहुत सारे एटम्स होते हैं. मैनी मैनी एंड मैनी, अनकाउंटेबल, बहुत सारे एटम्स मिलकर एक सब्सटेंस को बनाते हैं. तो किसी भी एलिमेंट की सबसे छोटी यूनिट जिससे एलिमेंट बना होता है दैट इज नोन एज एन एटम. ओके, और सिंगल एटम का स्ट्रक्चर इज ड्रॉन ओवर हियर. See, it is also given in your book and you also have to draw it in your notebooks. In an atom, you see it somehow looks like the solar system, in which there is a sun in the middle and the path in which the planets revolve. Now, the central part which resembles the sun, this is the nucleus of the atom. Inside the nucleus there are certain charged particles which we call protons. P stands for protons, which are the positive charged particles inside the nucleus. N stands for neutron. N is neutron. They are neutral. Neutral means they don't have any charge on them. And around the nucleus, these dotted structures, as you can see, these are the electrons, which are negative charge. Okay. Now, this is the structure of atom, and the path in which the electrons revolve are known as the orbits. Okay. And this is the nucleus. This is the structure of atom. Now, next is the classification of element. Now, 118 elements are known so far, but we cannot study them all together, right? So, to make the study easier, we classify these elements, or we place them in different groups on the basis of their certain properties. So, we make groups: metals, non-metals, metalloids, and noble gases on the basis of their properties. The first group is metals, second is non-metals, third is metalloid, and fourth is the noble gas. Now, all the elements showing similar properties, these all show similar properties, these all show similar properties, and these all show similar properties. Properties of metals are, they are lustrous. Luster means they have shine. You must have seen gold and silver. देखा है ना, सोना चांदी कितना चमकीला होता है. That chamak or the shine is called luster. Malleability we have discussed. Ductility we have discussed, right? Non-metals, they are non-lustrous, no shine at all. They are non-malleable, non-ductile. अगर हम उनको हैमर से बीट करेंगे तो they will break into pieces. Okay? Instead of drawing into sheets or wires, उनकी ना sheets बनती है ना wire बनती है. कार्बन को देखा है ना, कोयले को अगर हम मारते हैं, because it contains a lot of carbon, so वो छोटे छोटे टुकड़ों में डिवाइड हो जाता है. Metal, non-metal. Third is metalloid. Now, what is it? This term is new for you. What are metalloids? These are the elements which shows certain properties of metals and certain properties of non-metals. Sometimes they behave like metals and sometimes like non-metals. Okay. Next is the noble gas. Now, ये जो group है ये बहुत unique है. These are found in traces. बहुत थोड़े से amount में present होते हैं, but still they are important part. And why they are noble or inert? They are also known as inert gases or noble gases or rare gases, because ये सारे जितने भी इसमें gases present हैं, वो जितने भी elements known हैं उनमें से किसी के साथ भी react नहीं करती हैं. They are totally unreactive, right? They are totally unreactive. Okay, that's why they are called noble gases, rare gases, or inert gases. Next topic is the symbol of elements. अब जितने भी elements known हैं, 118 elements, सबको एक particular name दिया गया है, एक symbol दिया गया है. Why? So what is a symbol? Symbol किसी भी name का abbreviated form होता है, short form होता है. जैसे हम example के लिए EG लिखते हैं, right? वैसे ही हम सारे elements के लिए एक symbol लिखते हैं, like hydrogen we denoted by H, carbon we denote by C, helium by He, cobalt by Co, and so on, right? How in some cases the names or the symbols are also taken from the Latin names, जहाँ उनका origin हुआ है, मतलब जहाँ वो already discover हुए थे. ठीक है. कॉपर का इसीलिए Cu है, सोडियम का Na है, लेड का Pb है. और जनरली सिम्बल्स कैसे लिखे जाते हैं? जो वर्ड है उसका फर्स्ट लेटर. एंड सिम्बल्स में इफ़ वी आर राइटिंग हाइड्रोजन तो उसका सिंबल ये नहीं होगा, राइट? This is wrong. It should be a capital letter, right? And if that symbol contains two letters, the first letter should be, like for cobalt, the first letter is capital and the second letter will be small. Helium, the first letter is capital, the second letter is small. Okay. Sodium, the first letter is capital, the second letter is small. Like this we write the symbol. And if it contains only one letter, then it has to be capital, like carbon ka it is C. We will not write small c. It will be wrong otherwise. Symbols में हम जब भी किसी एलिमेंट का सिंबल लिखते हैं, the first letter should be capital. If it contains two letters, first letter capital and second small. And if it contains only one letter, then it has to be capital only. Okay. Now you have to learn the symbols given on page number 22 and 23. The table is given in your book. आपको symbols learn करने हैं, right? Now there is one more important topic in that. Question answers we'll discuss later on. In your book, periodic table is given. Okay, this is a full periodic table given of all the elements, but in your book it is given of first 20 elements. हाइड्रोजन से स्टार्ट होकर वो आपके फर्स्ट 20 एलिमेंट्स तक ही जाती है, कैल्शियम तक. ओके, आपकी बुक में इतनी ही दी है, तो यू हैव टू learn the names of first 20 elements. See, this is a periodic table. Now what is a periodic table? जितने भी elements known हैं, ठीक है, we arrange them in a table so that their study becomes easier, systematic, properly, well managed, right? So arrangement of elements in increasing order of atomic number. Suppose the first is hydrogen, उसका atomic number 1 है, ठीक है, small है वो. Second is helium, right, atomic number 2. Third is lithium, beryllium, boron, okay, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, neon, sodium, magnesium, aluminium, silicon, phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine, argon, potassium and कैल्शियम. यहाँ तक आपको फर्स्ट 20 एलिमेंट्स के एटॉमिक नंबर के साथ लर्न करने हैं. लाइक हाइड्रोजन का एटॉमिक नंबर 1 है, हीलियम का एटॉमिक नंबर 2 है, तो आपको सीरीज़ में लर्न करने हैं. हाइड्रोजन, हीलियम, लिथियम, बेरिलियम, बोरॉन, कार्बन, नाइट्रोजन, ऑक्सीजन, क्लोरीन, नियॉन, राइट, लाइक दिस. द फर्स्ट 20 एलिमेंट्स के एटॉमिक नंबर यू हैव टू लर्न. ओके, आफ्टर दैट आई गिव यू सम क्वेश्चन आंसर्स. Those questions are from your book only. These are and I have shared the answer sheet with you also. These are and in that answer sheet there are only the hints given. Some of the answers I have written the full, okay, but like question number 1, classify the element, question I have not written complete. Classify elements into pure and impure, like that the question is. So you have to make it in a tabular form. Answer I have shared with you. Okay. Question number 2 is differentiate between element, compound and mixture. This is the full answer. Question number 3, this is the full answer. Question number 4, there was a blank, I have written the answer. Question number 5, you have to draw the diagram of atom, which we discussed earlier. Okay, this label diagram we have to draw. Question number 6, this is the answer, part A, B, C, D. Question number 7 is complete. Question number 7 is up to here, right? Question number 8, 9 and 10 is of symbols. It is given on page number 22 and 23. I have shared the pages with you also. Okay. Question number 8, 9 and 10, you have to find out the symbols of the given element. There are certain names given in your book, the question, for which you have to write the symbols, and you have to find it yourself from page number 22 and 23. All the hints are given in this only. Now question number 11 is give a reason why the elements are arranged in a periodic table. Periodic table, what is it? It is a tabular form in which all the elements are arranged according to the atomic number. The one which has the least atomic number, सबसे कम atomic number जिसका है हाइड्रोजन, वो सबसे पहले रखा गया है, लाइक अभी जैसे मैंने आपको बताया, ठीक है. 2 helium, it goes like this, okay, this, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 like this. आपको up to 20 कैल्शियम तक लर्न करने हैं इन अ सीरीज. The next question is related to that only. Question number 12. Okay, now the first 20 elements I have written. You also have to tell whether it is a metal, non-metal, noble gas or metalloid. I have written the abbreviations only. Short forms लिखे हैं, initials लिखे हैं, sorry, initials लिखे हैं उसके. हाइड्रोजन का it is a non-metal, helium it is noble gas, lithium it is metal, beryllium metal, boron metalloid, Nm is non-metal, Ng is noble gas, M is metal. Clear? This answer, you will write the full forms. I have only written the initials. Next is, what is a molecule? This answer is written. Okay. A molecule is what? When atoms of the same element or different element combine, they form a molecule. Same element के atoms जब combine होते हैं, like oxygen के atoms जब combine होंगे, एक ऑक्सीजन के एटम्स दूसरे से कंबाइन होंगे तो वो ऑक्सीजन मॉलिक्यूल बनाएंगे. दिस विल बी रिटन एज O2. ठीक है. नाइट्रोजन के नाइट्रोजन से कंबाइन होंगे, दे विल फॉर्म अ नाइट्रोजन मॉलिक्यूल. सिमिलर एटम्स के, या इट कुड बी डिफरेंट ऑल्सो, हाइड्रोजन एटम के. ठीक है. ओके. जैसे सिमिलर एटम्स का केस वाला था, ऑक्सीजन, नाइट्रोजन, हाइड्रोजन, सिमिलर एटम्स कंबाइन हो रहे हैं, दे फॉर्म अ मॉलिक्यूल. ऑक्सीजन मॉलिक्यूल, नाइट्रोजन मॉलिक्यूल, ठीक है, हाइड्रोजन. बट डिफरेंट एलिमेंट के जब कंबाइन होते हैं, लाइक हाइड्रोजन, ओके, ऑक्सीजन, H2 है एंड ऑक्सीजन 1 है, तो ये एलिमेंट डिफरेंट है, हाइड्रोजन डिफरेंट है, ऑक्सीजन डिफरेंट है. जब ये कंबाइन होंगे तो क्या बनाएंगे? वाटर का मॉलिक्यूल. राइट. ओके. तो यहाँ पे एटॉमिसिटी ऑक्सीजन की 2 है, 2 एटम्स कंबाइन हो रहे हैं. ओके. नाइट्रोजन की 2 है, 2 एटम्स कंबाइन हो रहे हैं, और हाइड्रोजन की भी 2 है बिकॉज 2 एटम्स कंबाइन हो रहे हैं. ओके. ट्राई एटॉमिक, एज ट्राई मीन्स 3, तो इसका एग्जाम्पल है O3. दिस इज ओजोन. ओजोन गैस सुनी है ना आपने? दिस इज एन एग्जाम्पल ऑफ ओजोन. एंड पॉली एटॉमिक, फॉस्फोरस, सिंबल इज P, और पॉली मीन्स मोर देन 3 एटम्स, 4, P4. okay, this is the example of polyatomic molecule. I have also shared a page in the file so that it will be clear to you. Okay, question number 15 is define compounds. It is on page number 26. Diagram, page number 26 per, all the diagrams are given, you have to draw them. Answer number 16, water is a compound. Why water is a compound? Because it is okay, it is a pure substance made up of different elements combined in a fixed proportion. right? एलिमेंट कंपाउंड और मिक्सचर का हम ऑलरेडी यहाँ पे डिस्कस कर रहे हैं. ठीक है. दिस इज आंसर नंबर 16. देन आंसर नंबर 17. what is a chemical formula? This are chemical formula onwards. This I'll describe you in the next video. Okay, we'll discuss how to write a chemical formula, what is valency. Okay, till then you have to do the question answers. I've shared the question answers in a sheet or in a file. Okay, this we'll discuss later on. Mixtures we'll discuss in the next video. Till then you have to do the question answers, right? This answer number 1 I have written here again. Okay, so take care. Goodbye for now. See you.